Suicide is on the rise for men these days. And why is that? Because they've told a lot of men that they cannot show pain. It shows weakness. They've told men that they're the providers and they have to do everything that they can to make sure that they provide for a family, even if it's beyond what their capacity is able to get. Another reason is they're meant to be strong, isn't it? First of all, physically, but also mentally, spiritually, in all the alleyways. And so men find themselves in a rut. They're not even able to tell themselves as men, see what I'm going through. Men believe that all they're good for is what they're bringing into the house in terms of money and in terms of sometimes leadership, but a lot of times when they think leadership, they think money. And so men feel like if they're not able to bring money into the house and provide, because provision is borderline money, then what's their usefulness? I was speaking to somebody who said she could tell her husband today, I have 200 million naira, and her husband will still give her an extra 1 million just to prove to her that he is looking after his wife. So her money, she can do whatever she wants to do with it, but he is providing for his wife. And so when things went bust for him and he fell ill, he couldn't handle the fact that it was his wife who was looking after him. That's another challenge, isn't it? You now get to a point where you fall ill and you're not able to provide. And then what's your usefulness, they say. As a man, what are some of the things that you heard as a child? I'm going to read out a few things that, were put down. And maybe you want to add yours. But one of the things that they said to men was, stop your crying. People don't like boys who cry. Did you hear that statement? And so your ice cream fell down and you really wanted to lick that ice cream. Or your car, the car they bought for you just broke. Somebody stepped on it. The car that somebody was driving climbed on it and broke your car. And it's really paining you. And you are crying. And your mother looks at you or your father looks at you and tells you, stop crying. People don't like boys who cry. It's a form of weakness. How do you connect all that pain that you're feeling to the words that you're hearing? Sometimes they even slap you on top of it. Why are you crying? Are you not a man? Are you not a boy? Tough it, man up. Right? And so you grow up into a man who is feeling pain, who's hurt, but you can't say it. Why? Because people don't like men who cry. But this thing, they pain me. And the only way I can deal with it is with tears. But I can't cry because they won't like me. And so where does that end up? Another statement is, stop all that crying. It won't change anything. Maybe it won't bring back the car or the ice cream. But maybe if I cry, someone else will buy me another car or another ice cream. What if? What if it does change something and somebody else offers me something just because I cried? And so as an adult, as a grown-up man, your wife slaps you and you tell yourself, and it's so painful. Let's forget even that, maybe she's a boxer. She's Mike Tyson's daughter and Moses, you one dirty slap. And that thing is painful. And it's only tears that will come out of your eye just to show how pain. And then somebody tells you, it won't change anything. It might not. But at least maybe it will help me reduce this pain that I'm feeling. Maybe somebody, because of the tears they see, will give me a big hug and I'll feel much better. What if? Another thing you hear is, if you don't stop crying, I'll give you something to cry about. As if what you're crying about is not enough. I have a daughter who is very emotional. So when she's talking and she's either angry or she's upset about something, she cries. And then you see people around, why are you crying? Can you not just talk? I said, no, leave her. I said, it's okay to cry, baby. Keep crying, but just tell me why you're crying, so that I can understand why you're crying. And if you need me, I'm here for you. Sometimes she'll even say nothing, but I know there's something, but she's not ready to say it. At that time, imagine I said, I will now give you something to cry about. Meanwhile, she was crying about something anyways. Is there any child who is mad, who just has to cry for no reason? But you hear your parents say, if you don't stop crying, I will give you something to really cry about, which is telling you that that thing that you're crying about means nothing. Who is that parent to know what anything means to anybody? The next statement that you hear is, what are you crying for? Crying will not fix anything. Have you heard that? That car that is broken now, crying cannot fix it. So no need to cry. It might not fix it. But what if there's some kind of thing that they can use to put it together to fix the car? What if? And it was just those tears. Just the fact that it broke in the first place, is that not enough? I'm not asking it to be fixed. I'm not asking it for, I just want to let out the anger or the being sad or the being upset just because. What if it's just that? Another statement, come back and speak with me after you get yourself together. So the child is crying and talking to you, Daddy, Mommy, see what happened? And says, go, when you get yourself together, come back. What about hugging that child and validating how the child feels and listening? What's making you cry, baby? And the child says, oh, they took something from me. And if it was me, I would be sad if they took something that I loved. And empathize with the child. What about doing that? Imagine if all these things were done to our boys of today. They won't feel sad when they're crying tomorrow if something hurt them. They won't feel bad. They will easily go and see therapists and get counseling without feeling weak or feeling that nobody will like them just because they aired their opinion of something that was hurting them. Another statement is, stop crying or you'll make yourself sick. Is that really true? Well, maybe the child can have a headache or start sneezing. But if you hug that child deeply, will that child fall sick? The child will feel loved. So men, honestly, to be honest, because I was going to say something, and to be honest, they also did this to women as well. Because their songs, Big Girls Don't Cry, there's songs for girls as well. But it was more for men because men were meant to be the stronger sex, and women are the weaker sex. Men are meant to be the macho ones, the ones that could fix the light bulbs, fix the tires, and women stay in the kitchen and cook. Those were the roles we gave both genders. But honestly, every parent out there, it's your responsibility to make your child feel loved. Make your child feel safe. Make your child feel secure. Make your child feel like they can come to you when they have challenges. That's your responsibility because these children did not beg to be born. So before we start to birth children that we're going to damage because we are damaged, can we go and get ourselves fixed first? So that we stop saying all these derogatory things to children and all these mean words to children. We even have films of teachers calling children maggots. Why? When pivotal places to grow children, grow human beings, can we go and fix ourselves first before we start to bring all these children into this world that we will make their lives so dysfunctional, and then they have to continue the pattern into new generations? Can we get fixed first? Then start bringing children into the world and help them. Can we do that for our children today? Can we do that for our children today? I'm a better parent today because I'm a better human being. It wasn't the other way around. I couldn't be a good mother to my children until I was a good human being to myself. These stereotypes, these harsh, hurtful words need to stop. And allow children just be children. Cry. They're only emotions. Their logical mind doesn't form completely till they're 25. So children are actually only a ball of emotions. And they will cry. And the next second they will laugh and forget that they were crying. Let's celebrate these children and their emotions and teach them how to understand and appreciate their emotions, and understand that it's okay to be angry, it's okay to be sad, it's okay to want to not share things with other people. It's okay. It's okay to want to be by yourself. It's okay to keep your toys to yourself and not share. And then it's okay to also share sometimes. Let's teach our children, please. Let's love on them by loving on ourselves and helping ourselves grow and become better human beings, so that we can help our children also become better human beings. And stop all this labeling and name calling and all these things. They first of all show you who you are. It has nothing to do about those children. So let parents go and learn how to be better parents to their children. And stop all this name calling. It's so heavy on my heart. And you can tell from the way I'm speaking. It's so heavy on my heart. We have done so much damage to our children because we're damaged, period. And hurt people, but hurt people hurt first. So stop the hurt and transform that love, that hurt to love, so that you can transfer that love to your children today. Hi there, my name is Adiola Kingsley James. I hope these videos that I've been creating and producing are really transforming you. Honestly, that would be a gift to me. Don't forget, subscribe today, now. Click on the notification bell below so that you can get the videos as they drop, and I drop 3 videos every week. And lastly, share me with other people so that as you grow, you're not the only person in your clique or your community that is growing. You're growing with other people as well, and we can build lasting communities and better human beings. Love and light.